Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is a daily as usual for Bitcoin. We're gonna start here with our channeling to see where are we from this channel. So I'm not gonna repeat, of course, what happened here. Since we exited the previous base channel for the last impulse, we are in a corrective ABC, of course, expanding flat as a wave 2. We have laid down our acceleration channel and base channel from this wave 1, 2 there, in case we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. However, it was supposed that the wave 5 unfold from there, of course, to enter again the acceleration channel middle line, at least, and going back to the base channel and then finishing up something like that as an impulse, but this did not happen. But actually what happened is, of course, that the price went out of the base channel, which is a signal, a question mark here, what's going on. So definitely something else has unfolded here as a diagonal, meaning this has turned, of course, as a 3 waves, zigzag, wave 1, and then ABC wave 2, and then we are looking here for ABC zigzag wave 3, and then wave 4, and then wave 5 to finish up within the base channel again, and then pushing toward the upside. Of course, the target is 1.618. It can be more or less, of course, within this diagonal. So far, we reached the uncommon target anyway, and of course, a very tiny gap in between 1.38. But I still believe that this can be, of course, kind of like an extended wave C there, in case this is what it wants to show here as an ABC. Potentially, of course, hitting this area and then pushing for a wave 4 and a 5 later on to hit the 1.618 again. So, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Of course, lower prices are still to be expected on the micro level here. And we are looking at the highest possibility, of course, on the daily here. Is this ABC as a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? And of course, I'm looking for the wave 5 here to hit perfectly. The 1.618 as well, 67k here. This one is taken as well from of course the ABC here, the expanding flat. If you have realized, of course, the ABC expanding flat 1.618 at 67. Now the wave 3 of the diagonal, it shows already between the 68k or 69k and the 66k here, that it might be reached, of course, for a wave 3. However, there are two possibilities right now. Whether it is an extended wave 3, A, B, and a C extended and then pushing for wave 4, and then wave 5 and finishing up here and then pushing for higher again. Or it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Can be a wave A impulse, finish there, and then B and a C again for a wave 3, and then wave 4, and then wave 5. Of course, this is going to take more time. It's gonna play more psychology here, up and downs, and of course, before we push toward the upside here and hitting the target, of course, before it. So yeah, two possibilities what it might happen. We will see, of course, we will watch it. We will watch it closely, of course, on the micro level to see what's gonna happen. Now, different scenarios are, of course, much more bearish. In this case, you have finished and topped here a wave 1. Meaning you have finished wave 5 of the bull run over there. And we are looking here kind of like a WXNY. This WXNY is going to be deeper, of course, because we're going to reach at least the minimum requirement here, 0.38 fib level, taken from the low to the top here, and of course to give us a minimum retracement at 56k 500. Don't forget that this level is still, of course, in the range of a technical area here, support, and then pushing toward the upside. So, of course, as a wave 3 here after an ABC or WXNY. Of course, for the bullish scenario, we cannot really call a bullish scenario anymore, especially that we took the 886 there. So even if the low was not taken yet, we still have a very tiny gap. This doesn't make anything and any sense, of course, to think bullish for there. Of course, we're gonna take the low there, and we're continuing here, at least in a diagonal or in a WXNY. If we move to the 2 hours chart here for Bitcoin to see our possibilities as well. So for the 2 hour chart, as we mentioned, we are estimating the highest possibility of a wave 3 diagonal here, potential finished ABC, or potentially looking for a deeper impulse here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in a wave A, meaning an A, B, and a C later on. So yeah, we're still estimating the situation. The answer will be given over there. So if the price stays below this level, which we have here as an ABC expanding flat and then pushing down, or ABC, of course, here where it was, of course, supposed to be for a regular flat, and of course it shows even lower prices, but these lower prices were given in a very, very choppy wave B, potentially turning it into an expanding flat, and that means, of course, we might still looking for wave 5. If this wave 5 is going to unfold, even if we don't reach the high here, yeah, so the price stays below it, that means, of course, we drop down. Because we took the high here, very, very likely that even it might drop, of course, find some weakness there and start the drop, of course, for a wave 5. And that means we might be very likely in 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3, and then wave 4, the expanding flat right now, and then wave 5. If this is gonna happen, that means, of course, we're gonna wait for a wave B there and finishing, of course, another zigzag there to finish up, of course, the wave 3 inside the 65K or even lower. It can be, of course, reaching until the 62K 200. But we have to mention, if the wave 3 will take the 1-to-1 fib level, this 1-to-1 fib level taken from the 1 to the 2 here to the 3, that means wave 3 becomes longer than wave 1. Then, of course, we get out here from the diagonal. And guess what? We enter directly our next scenario, which is, of course, the expanding, the wave 2 in a potential WX and a Y. Okay? So this is, of course, a signal that we might, of course, dive deeper. So this is regarding Bitcoin, of course, what we might expect there. So let's watch, of course, on the micro level what's going to happen. Currently, the price is ranging sideways, but of course also showing some weakness. So if we drop directly, well, that might be the wave 5 unfolding over there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.